I'll tell you the coolest story I've ever heard from a leader. I was speaking for Delta Airlines. They brought me to Atlanta. They brought in all their airport managers from all around the world, and I was giving a speech similar to this. I talked about the idea of investing in people. There's about 3,000 people in this ballroom, similar to tonight, and same energy. I did magic the whole night. It was unbelievable. And no, I finished the speech, and I'm doing a book signing at the back of the room, and one of the guys who comes up to have me sign his book, he said, Ty, can I share a story of investing in one of my people? And I said, sure. He said, my job is I'm a below wing manager. I said, what does that mean? He goes, my team's in charge of everything below the wing. So baggage, food, whatever comes in below the wing, that's what we do. I said, okay. He said, I get to work every day at about 5 in the morning, and the first thing I do is I go out and throw bags with my guys. I already like this guy. He goes, I just want to start the day that way, and then I've got other responsibilities, and I've got to go into my office and take care of things, but I want to start with everybody, jump out there. And he goes, there's this guy on my team, his name's Tony, and Tony is way too chipper at 5 in the morning. Like, annoyingly so. Like, he's always like, come on, guys. And we're like, shut up, Tony. Like, that's how he starts his day. But there's one day we're out there, and Tony's off. Like, something's wrong. And so I looked over at Tony, and he's like, Tony, are you okay? And Tony goes, don't worry about it. Because I asked him maybe 1 or 2 more times, like, Tony, what's going on? He goes, I'll be all right. It's okay. Don't worry about it. So this manager said he went back to his office. He couldn't get Tony out of his mind, right? So before lunch, he pulls Tony into his office, and he goes, Tony, what's going on? And Tony goes, I told you, don't worry about it. And he goes, there's obviously something going on. You don't have to talk to me, but if you need somebody to talk to, I'm here. And he goes, you really want to hear what's going on? And he goes, sure. So Tony sat down, and he started to explain that the night before, he and his wife found out they couldn't have kids. Started talking about this whole process of doctor's visits and tests and years of trying, just the whole emotional roller coaster of all of it. And at some point, this manager goes, Tony, I'm so sorry. What can I do? And Tony goes, that's the problem. You can't do anything. Nobody can fix this. So he got up and he left. And this manager looked at me and he was like, Ty, I had to do something. So the only thing he could think of is during lunch, he put together a packet of information on Lutheran adoption services. He goes, it's all that came to mind for me. So he took this packet to Tony. After lunch, he handed it to him, and he goes, Tony, look, I don't have an agenda here. I just want to do something. This is all I can think of. I don't know if this is helpful at all, but I want you to know that I care about you. Tony took the packet. They never talked about it. He said about a month later, Tony went back to his annoying chipper self at 5 in the morning. And about a year later, this manager's working in his office. There's a knock at the door. He looks up, and Tony goes, hey, can I come in? He said, sure. He walks in, and Tony puts a picture of a little boy on his desk. And he said, I want you to be this boy's godfather. And I'm at the back of this ballroom with 3,000 people, and I'm crying, and this guy's crying. And this guy looked at me with tears in his eyes, and he said, Ty, when you invest in people, they become family. Now, I don't know if that's true with every investment, because that kid in the Vegas airport with the Monster drink, I don't consider him family. But I think it changes the nature of relationships, right? So if we want to grow our influence, one of the best ways that you can do that is to invest in people. And so I want to encourage you, just look at ways to invest in people. Just reach out, go above and beyond. Do those little things that matter, because it will change the nature of those relationships and therefore change the connection, the partnership, the way that people show up.